Hello my dear learners, welcome to my channel. In this video series, we are learning Kotlin programming language with practical demonstration. In the previous video, we discussed about method overriding and super keyword practically. To learn that concept, please watch my previous video. Now, in this video, we will discuss about what is abstract class, what is the use of abstract class, what is interface, and what is the use of interface in the Kotlin with practical demonstration. So, let's start the session. Here I have created a Kotlin file. In that I have created a class named as Siv. Okay, and I am creating another class named as Ram. So here we have two class and a function main. I am creating another class, say for example Krishna. Okay, so we have three class now in this Kotlin file. You can see class name is Siv, Ram and Krishna. Okay, so these three class that we have created, and I have written function main for the starting point of the program execution. So what is the abstract class? Abstract class cannot be instantiated. We need to inherit that particular class. Suppose that I am just inheriting the Shiv class into the Ram and Krishna class. Okay. So these two class Ram and Krishna has the super class name as Shiva. So if you inherit, we need to open that particular class that we discussed in our previous video. Okay. So you can see there is no any error. This is the Shiv class that we have created. In that class, what I am doing is I am just writing a function name as Lord Shiva. Okay. So Lord Shiva is the function name, and in that function, what I am just printing it. Say for example, let's say Devo ke Dev Mahadev. This is the line that we are printing into the console. Now, the Shiva class is inherited into the Rama, right? And has the method name as Lord Shiva. So, this Ram class have the Lord Shiva method and Krishna class have the Lord Shiva method. Because both the class are inherited from the Shiva class. So now I am just creating another function. Say for example, function prayer. Okay. So Shiva class has two methods, Lord Shiva and a prayer. So in the Shiva class there is a prayer method also that will also print the lines into the console to get the output. But what is the abstract class? If we need to create an abstract class, there is a abstract keyword in the Kotlin. Okay. In the prayer method, I am just writing the println statement. Say for example, Shiva's prayer. So when this method will be called, it will print the Shiva's prayer into the console. And this class is inherited into the Ram and Krishna. Shiva is our super class and Ram and Krishna is a subclass of the Shiva class. So if we create an object of Ram and Krishna, we can call the method of the Shiv class. Now you can see I have written the abstract keyword before the class. Okay. This Shiv class is abstract now. Abstract class cannot be instantiated and it is meant to be subclass. So we need to inherit that particular class if we want to call the method of the abstract class. Okay. That is the first point. Second point, an abstract class may contain abstract method and non-abstract method. So if we create an abstract class, say for example, this is the prayer method, okay? I am just removing that right now. Say for example, Ram is a class inherit the Shiva, and Krishna is also a class that is inherited by the Shiva. So all the properties of Shiva will be accessible by Ram and Krishna object. So I am just creating an object, say for example, variable s colon Shiv equal to Ram. So what I am doing is I am just creating an instance variable of the Shiva. Okay. So the variable type is Shiva, but it is instantiated by the Ram class. It is pointing to the Ram class. The object S is a type of Shiva, but it is pointing to the Ram class. It is referencing to the Ram class. This is also possible in the object-oriented programming. It is possible in the Java also, and it is possible in the Kotlin also. Right? You cannot write Shiv over here because Shiv is the abstract class. Cannot create an instance of the abstract class. You can see over here the Kotlin compiler giving us the error. Why? Because we are creating the object of the abstract class. It is not possible. Abstract class cannot be instantiated. That is why what we need to do is we need to reference to the particular child class. Now it is something like that. Say for example, variable r colon ram equal to ram. It is also possible. You can see it is possible. Okay, there is an error. Expression ram of type. Let me just remove this bracket over here. Yes, it is possible. You can create object of the child class. Okay, but you cannot create of the object of the abstract class. If you want to call the method of the abstract class, you need to inherit that class and then create an object of the child class, and then you can refer to the particular superclass. See over here, sieve is a type, that is we have created a data type, user defined type. Okay, but it is s is object of the type siva, and it is referencing to the ram class. I hope you are understanding the concept. In the line number 14 we have created an object of the ram class. In the line number 15 we also have created a instance of the siva class, but it is pointing to the ram class. So this s is an object of the reference to of the siva class, object of the siva class referencing to the ram class. We can say like that also. But the abstract class cannot be instantiated, means we cannot create an object of the abstract class. We need to inherit that particular class. Say for example, now I am just calling a method s.load siva. Okay, so what we have done, we have created a reference of the ram class using the siva type, and we have called a method named as load siva. When we run the file, we will get the output in the console dev ke dev mahadev, but that method is written into the abstract class. Now what we can do is we can change the reference of the type. Say for example s.krishna, and now I will call the method s.load shiva. So S is the reference of the Rama class on the line number 15, and on the line number 17 now that S is referencing to the Krishna class. Okay, so we are getting the output Dev Dev Mahadev 2 times. Why? Because we have called the Lord Shiva method 2 times. But that method is available into the superclass, and superclass is the abstract class. We need to create a reference of the particular child class to call the method of the Lord Shiva. And you can understand like that also, that Lord Shiva method will be available into the Ram class and Krishna class, because the property of superclass can be accessed by the child class if we create an inheritance. Okay, that is also we have learned in the inheritance video. I hope you are understanding this point very well. Abstract class cannot be instantiated and it meant to be subclass. Okay, and all the properties of the abstract class can be accessed by the child class. It may contain abstract method and a non-abstract method. Okay, by default member of abstract class is non-abstract. So all the members of the abstract class will be non-abstract method by default. Okay, so now say for example I am just writing a method over here, function prayer, and curly brackets over here. Okay, so now in the prayer method, say for example, what I need to do is I just need to create this prayer method as an abstract method. Okay, so abstract method does not contain a body part. Keep this point in your mind. When you create an abstract method, it will not have a body part. Function prayer without a body must be abstract. Okay, so Kotlin is providing us the error over here. Function prayer without a body must be abstract. So here I need to write abstract keyword. When you write abstract keyword over there, the Kotlin compiler gives the error on the line number 7 and on the line number 10. Why? Because when you create an abstract method into the abstract class, and that abstract class is inheriting into the particular class, that abstract method need to provide the body over here. See, in the line number 7 we are getting the error when where we have written the class Rama. What is the error? Class Rama is not abstract and does not implement abstract based class member. So when you create an abstract method Okay, at that time you have to implement that abstract method into the child class, or you can make the class as a abstract class. There is a two way. There is a two way to remove these error. First one, you can provide a body part of the particular abstract method into the child class, or make the child class as a abstract class. Okay, so I am doing both for you guys. First of all, I am just overriding that prayer method. Say for example, I have written function prayer. It is giving me an error that on the line number 7 that error is removed now, but on the line number 8 we are getting an error. Why? Because this prayer method need to override over here. Okay, so you can see there is no any error now. What we have done, we have implemented that abstract method in our child class. That is why we are not getting error now. Okay, this is the first way to implement the abstract functionality. Here I have written Rama's prayer. There is another error, same error. Class Krishna is not abstract and does not implement abstract method. Public abstract prayer unit defined in Shiva. Okay, so there is another way to handle this error. You can make this class as an abstract class, and if you make this Krishna class as abstract class, the error will not be there. This is the very most important concept about object oriented programming in the Java and in the Kotlin also. So be focused over here and do the practical with me. Then and only then you will understand the whole concept of the abstract class. So when you created an abstract method in the abstract class, and that abstract class is inheriting into the child class, so that abstract method we need to override into the child class. We need to implement the abstract method into the child class. Okay, so that class can be abstract class. If we write abstract before the class keyword, that there is no any error now, because there is a second way to implement the abstract functionalities. First is, you have to implement the all the method of abstract. You have to implement all the abstract method of the abstract class into the child class. And if you don't want to implement the abstract method into the child class, make that class as an abstract class. That is also a possible way to handle these error. So now the Krishna class is also an abstract class, but we are getting an error on line number 20. So you cannot create an instance of the abstract class. So the Krishna is abstract class now. So we cannot create an instance of the abstract class, because we cannot create an instance of the abstract class. So we cannot reference that also. So now I am just removing that abstract keyword and I am copying this line over here. Now I will write the Krishna's prayer. Okay. So now you can observe whole code and understand the concept of the abstract class. In the function main, what we have done, we have created a reference of the Rama, and then we have created the reference of the Krishna, and we have called the Lord Shiva method for both the classes. And when we run the file, we will get the output Devakedev Mahadev two times. We are not getting Rama's prayer and Krishna's prayer till now. Why? Because we do not call that prayer method. What I am doing is, now I am calling the s dot prayer method. Okay, and over here also I will call method s dot prayer. So you can see we have created a reference of the Rama, and then we have called the prayer method, and then we have called the Lord Shiva method. Decreasing some font size. Okay, now you will have full code in the screen. We have created a instance of the Rama, and then we have called the player method, and then we have called the Lord Shiva method. Now that S is pointing to the Krishna, referencing to the Krishna, and then we have called S dot prayer, and then we have called S dot Lord Shiva. So this is very important concept of the object oriented programming. It is abstract class and abstract method. I hope you are understanding it very well, because there is a lot of concept implemented in this program. So what will be the output of this program? Can you guess the output? When we run the program, we will get the output something like this: Rama's prayer, Devo ke Dev Mahadev, and then Krishna's prayer, Devo ke Dev Mahadev. Because our instance is referencing to the Ramas and this instance is referencing to the Krishna, but Lord Shiva method is available into both the child class. When I write Lord Shiva method over here, say for example, now I have changed the sequence of the calling. I called the Lord Shiva method before the prayer. Write the output of this program in your book and compare with the actual output. You will definitely understand the concept over here. When we run the file, we will get the output Devo ke Dev Mahadev, Rama's prayer, Devo ke Dev Mahadev, Krishna's prayer. Okay? It is just a matter of calling sequence, but the concept is same. We have created a reference of the Rama class and then we have created the reference of the Krishna class and we are calling the method. And when you inherit the abstract class, you need to implement the abstract method into the child class. It is what the core concept of the abstract class. And by default, the member of the abstract class is non-abstract. Please keep this point in your mind also. So till now, we have done with the class, object, and then we have done with the instance variable, a method. What is a method? How to call a method in the Kotlin? It is also, we can say, instance variable, or you can say a data member of the particular class. It is the method and you can say a member function also. Okay. So I am just listing the topics that we have covered in this playlist. We have covered constructor also. We have covered these keyword. Then we have covered a super keyword also. And after that we have learned inheritance, method overriding, abstract class, abstract method, and now we are going to learn about interface. Okay. So all the concept of the object oriented is covered for the Kotlin in this playlist. So now we will focus what is the interface. Interface in Kotlin can contain the declaration of abstract method as well as non-abstract method. The difference between abstract class and interface is interface cannot store the state. It means the interface may have property, but it need to be abstract or has to provide accessor implementation. An interface we cannot instantiate it also. An interface cannot be instantiated. We need to implement the interface in the child class. But the interface can contain declaration of abstract method as well as non-abstract method. And the difference is that interface cannot store the state. Okay, means the interface may have property, but it need to be abstract or has to be provide accessor implementation. So let's understand with the practical demonstration of the interface. To create an interface in the Kotlin, there is an interface keyword available. And you can implement the interface same that we were doing into the inheritance. So now I am just creating, first of all I am just increasing some font size and I am creating a file, say for example new file interface.kt. Okay. So in that file, first of all, I will write function main. Main is the starting point of the program execution. I will create interface first. So interface, for example, my interface. So we have created an interface, name is my interface. And that interface will be implemented in the particular child class. And that interface has the abstract method and non-abstract method also. Say for example, I am creating a class name as interface imp colon my interface. So that interface is implemented into the child class name as interface imp. So all the properties of interface can be accessed by the child class. I am creating a variable, say for example obj equal to interface imp. See over here on the line number 10, we have created an object of the interface imp class. So that interface may have abstract method and non-abstract method. So I am just creating a instance variable. So for example, val test colon integer. When I write line number 2, we are getting an error on line number 5. class interface IMP is not abstract and does not implement abstract member. So when you create any data member and a member function in the interface, it will be by default abstract. Okay, so we need to implement that property into the child class. So test is the variable of the interface, and that interface we are implementing into the class. So we need to override that variable, override val test colon integer equal to 25, say for example. So what we have done? We have given the value to the particular variable of the interface now. When we remove that line, we are getting an error because we have created an interface and in that we have created a variable. So by default, all the variable and method will be abstract. We need to implement that abstract method and or we need to assign the value to the variable of the interface. Say for example, I am creating a function foo colon string. So that foo method will return the string value. When I have written the line number 3, we are getting the error on line number 6. See, same error. Class interface IMP is not abstract and does not implement abstract member name as a foo. So when you create a method in the interface, you need to override that method into the child class. Okay. So I have written override function foo colon string. I need to return the string from this method. So I will write a return statement because we will returning the string over here. Okay. So override function foo colon string, because in the declaration part we have called that this method will call a string. Okay. So here we need to return the string values. That's why I am writing return MCA. Now I am creating another function, another method over here, function hello. And in the hello method, I will print the console output. Say for example, print ln, and I will write a string over there, hello all. Okay. So when we call the hello method, it will call hello all to the console. And we have created an object of the particular interface IMP class. Now what I am doing is I am just writing a println statement test equal to, and I will access the property of the interface by using that object of the class. $obj dot test. Okay. So you need to write that into the curly bracket, and before that you need to write the dollar sign. That is the syntax of the Kotlin, and also we have discussed in our previous videos. So we are printing the value of the test variable into the console, but that test variable is available into the interface. So we need to override that particular. Now I can call the method also. Say for example obj.hello. So hello is the method of the interface. Interface is implemented into the interface IMP, and we have created an object of the interface IMP. So we can call the method of the interface by using that object. So I am calling obj.hello. And we can call a foo method also by the object of the class. Say for example obj.foo. When you write this statement, the foo method will be called. The foo method is returning the string. Okay, so we can write this statement into the println statement also. And when we run the file, we will get test equal to 25, hello all, and MCA. So test is the variable of the interface, and hello is the method of the interface, and foo is the method of the interface that we have implemented into the child class, and it is returning the string. So that's all from my side in this video. In the next video, we will discuss about null safety in the Kotlin practically. So stay tuned to my channel, like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys.